y'all are doing well today. Today we're going to be doing something super fun. So this is the look that we created today, and if you guys want to see how I got it, then please continue watching. Hello! I just wanted to pop on real quick and let y'all know what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to be using the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette, and I'm going to be doing a first impressions and a wear test for a foundation that I found online today. Or the other day. I got it in yesterday, so I'm super excited about that. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and do one eye, and then I'll be back to do the other one. We're gonna jump into the shade Grateful, and I'm just going to blend that into the crease. I'm gonna flick this up, making it more out like a cat eye shape. And I'm going to jump into the shade Living My Best, and I'm going to just put this on the outer part, sort of in the same places that we just put the transition shade, but just a little lower. The transition shade is just going to help everything blend nicely together. Like I said, we're keeping it going straight out instead of more rounded. Okay, just like that. Now I'm going to go in with Living My Best next and Crazy. And I'm just going to pop that, with the same brush. I'm just popping that and keeping it a little bit lower than the last shade. So this look is just going to be taking a lot of blending, a lot of patience. Okay, now I'm going to go back in with that first brush, and I'm going to dip into the shade Certified. It's the white shade in the palette. And I'm just going to ever so slightly just go over the rim of the eye. Just like that, just to soften everything up a little bit. Okay, now back into those same three shades that we just used. And I'm just going to continue going in with that shade until I get it built up to the intensity that I want it. Like that. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and cut the crease, and I'm going to be using Tarte Shape Tape on a flat shader brush, and I'm just going to cut the crease. And I'm going to bring this up into a diagonal shape as well. Just like that. And I'm going to dip back into those same three shades that we used in the crease, and I'm going to blend around the edges of this. Okay, just like that. Okay, now I'm going to go in with a super small detailed brush, and I'm going to dip into the black shade in the palette, and I'm just going to run this around the rim of this eye look. So where we put the concealer, that's where I'm going to drag this black. And I'm going to keep this super tight here. It's okay if you mess up just a little bit with this. We're going to blend it all out. Okay, just like that. Okay, now we're going to go in with that same small brush, and I'm going to dip back into that black just a little bit, and I'm just going to place that in here, and I'm just going to blend that out. Like I said, with this look, it's just going to take a lot of blending. Now I'm going to go in with a Morphe M433, and I'm just going to blend around that black just to make sure everything is blended nicely. We are going to clean this up after. I promise it won't look so messy. Now I'm just going to go back in with those three shades again, and I'm just kind of going to blend over this black just a little bit. Okay, now going right back in with that black a little bit more, and I'm just going to add it and blend it away. I'm going to take a little bit more I'm going to take a Morphe M514 and around here with no extra product on it, just what's already laid down. And I'm just going to blend this around. Just like that. Okay, now I'm going to take a baby wipe and I'm going to wipe away all of this. I'll be right back. Okay, now I'm just going to take a little bit of Tarte Shape Tape and a flat shader brush, and I'm just going to carve out here where I want my line to be the sharpest. Just like that. Okay, now I'm going to be going in with NYX Vivid Brights in the shade Yellow, or I'm sorry, in the shade Vivid Halo. I was just going by the color. And I'm just going to line right here. Okay, just like that. Okay, and now we're going to go in with a I'm going to go in with this E230. It's by Mikasa, and I'm going to dampen it with my Morphe setting spray, and I'm going to dip into the shade Drama Queen and Ride or Diamonds, and I'm just going to place that on the lid. Just like that. Okay, and now I'm going to take that super fluffy brush that we used to blend out through here, and I'm just going to blend those together. Just to make sure everything is blended nicely. Okay, now I'm going to do my wing liner, and I will be right back. Okay guys, we're back. I have finished both eyes and I'm loving this so far. Okay, so we're going to finish up the face, and I'm going to prime my face, and I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Putty Primer. We went bold with our eyes today, y'all. I love getting out of my comfort zone. And like I said before, guys, don't be afraid to come out of your comfort zone, because it's just makeup. It will wipe off. Play with it, play with color. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and start with the foundation, and it is the Haley's foundation. And this foundation is an oil-free liquid foundation offering medium buildable coverage for a natural, healthy look and glow. So the finish is luminous, and it's a liquid, and for normal, and its skin types is for normal to combination oily. So let's go ahead and get started and see how this looks. I have already dampened this sponge. I'm just going to squirt the foundation straight onto the sponge, and I'm going to go ahead and blend. Press this into the skin. Okay, that was about 1.5 pumps of product. Let me get a close-up look. Okay, so far it definitely does have a really luminous finish so far, but it does look really pretty on the skin. So let's just go ahead and finish the rest of the face. Okay, like I said, so far, super beautiful coverage, or super beautiful finish, I'm sorry. And I also did buy the concealer, so I'm going to go ahead and apply this. It does come in like a squeezy tube thing, like you press this and it comes out the top. So we'll see. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but we'll see how it goes. Okay guys, I just messed up. This is not a concealer. This is primer. And if I had known, I would have used it. I forgot that I ordered the primer instead of the concealer. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna wipe off. I just got a little bit right there. And I'm just gonna go in with actually, we got a new concealer. So I'm going to use the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin 24-Hour Concealer. I just got this in the mail today, so maybe it worked out perfect. Just like that. And we're going to go ahead and blend all this away. Okay, we're back. I have my concealer and foundation on. So now we're going to cream contour, and I'm going to be using Fenty Beauty in the shade Honey Glaze per usual. I'm just going to put this everywhere that I would initially apply bronzer. Okay, and now we're going to go ahead and set the face. Actually, wait, I'm going to blend that up here. Just like that. Okay, now I'm going to go in with that Hailey's, that Hailey's powder. And I'm just going to set the face. Just going to use the sponge. This sponge is really nice. I think it's like, what's it, $6.99? $8.99 or something like that. Super cheap, guys. And it's a really good quality sponge. It's definitely, I would say it's comparable to the Beauty Blender, which I also have in black like this as well. So I would definitely say give this one a try. Okay, now we're gonna bronze. I think I'm just gonna use the NARS one. It's called Paradise Found. I think that's the name of it. But it's the one that had the sheen on it. And I'm just gonna be using that to bronze up the skin a little. Okay, now I'm going to contour, and I'm going to be using my Shade and Light palette in this, and I'm going to be using this ashy shade here, and it is called Subconscious. Remember, with contour, you want to go from the tip of the ear to the corner of the mouth. That's the angle that you want. Just like that. I'm going to pinch it together, and I'm just going to contour my nose. I'm just going to take a little bit of this around the forehead. Okay, now for blush, I'm going to be going in with the 8W palette from Morphe. And I'm just going to mix this whole palette together. Just kind of making a concoction. Okay, now I'm going to take a stippling brush and I'm just going to blend that out. I'm going to go in with Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics in the shade Balm for highlight today. It's a loose setting powder. I'm just going to tip off the lid and I'm just going to apply that. Y'all already know these highlighters are where it's at. Jaclyn Hill does amazing with highlights, so it's nothing surprising. Just like any other time, I'm going to put it everywhere. Gonna get my Eco Tools brush. Dip, same thing, dip in the lid again, and I'm just going to go down the bridge of my nose like an exclamation point, per usual. Nothing new here. Okay, now we're going to finish up the bottom lash line, and we're just going to be going in with all those same shades that we used before. Going to be using this fluffy brush, and I'm just going to dip into those 3 shades that we used in the crease. It's the Living My Best, Next, and Crazy again, and I'm just going to buff that on the lower lash line, just like that. Now I'm going to take a smaller dense brush and I'm going to dip into that black, and I'm just going to keep that super close to the lash line. Okay, now I'm going to take a fluffy brush and I'm going to dip into that white shade, and I'm just going to buff underneath of all that just to make sure everything looks seamless, just like that. Okay, and now for bottom lash liner, I'm going to be going in with CoverGirl in Black Onyx. Okay, all I did was line my waterline, and then I patted it down with a definer brush, and I just put a little bit of black shadow just to set that down so it didn't move throughout the day. Okay, now for mascara, I'm going to be using MAC Giga Black on the bottom, and then I'm going to go ahead and put some false lashes on, and I will be right back. Okay, we're back. I went ahead and put House of Lashes in the style Iconic on. I went ahead and done my lips, and I used MAC's Whirl Lip Liner with, hang on, the shade Game Night by Huda Beauty and the shade Anniversary in the center of the lips. And then I just topped it off with NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Fortune Cookie. Okay, so this is the finished look, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!